have two very important guests with us. They've come all the way from upstairs to be with us today. And I'd like to ask the first one of those guests to come up front to join us. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Lori Payne-Mullett. We are just so glad to have you as our special guest today on the show. Please have a seat. Now, our Sunday school students have some questions, many of which they wrote, that they would like to ask you so that we can learn more about you. And remember, students, there will be a quiz afterwards, beginning with, what's her name?
Lori Payne-Mullett.
Lori Payne-Mullett. All right, we'll get back to that again. But who has the first question, if you would please come up?
How do you help the church, and what made you want to do that?
I do several things at the church. I'm on the board of trustees. That's a new assignment for me. I'm also on the fellowship committee, and that is when, like, we have treats after church. And I also help with the chili and soup dinners that we have. And I like to do that stuff because it makes me feel like a bigger part of the church, and I like to help people.
And what about Imagine No Malaria?
Oh yeah, I do Imagine No Malaria also. I forgot about that. That's a big one. That's the money that you guys put in the pig up in church. All the money goes to Imagine No Malaria for that, and that's all of us helping other people.
And we've talked about the trustees before. Who remembers what the trustees do? You remember, Devin?
They help fix the stuff around church.
That's right. They're kind of like,
Bricks are getting right in the fall.
they make sure they take care of the physical stuff. That's right. The thing that Ron talked about today, that was trustee business. Okay, how about question number 2? Oh, Megan is our most destined friend. Oh, we're correct.
Tell me, how long have you been a member of this church?
Oh gosh, I don't know the answer to that. Probably about 5 years. I'm not positive.
And did you go to this church, or go to church when you were a kid?
Yes, I went to the Buffalo Methodist Church as a child, and my family was very active in that church. And that church closed, and that's how I ended up here in Riverton Church.
Well, thank you.
Did you know that we got several members of our church when the churches on the eastern part of the county closed? So Lori was part of that. Question number 3.
You got a little shy when I put them on camera.
Who do I live with? I live by myself. It's me and my dog. My dog, Sarah.
All right. And 4.
Yes, I'm back. What do you do for a living?
I work for the state of Illinois, and I work on a team that does websites for child support.
Welcome.
Number 5. Is that what we're up to, Sarah? Yeah. I lost track of that.
Yeah. You already answered this question, but do you have any pets?
I do have a dog named Sarah, and I got her at the APL, so I saved her life.
And is Sarah a big dog?
Sarah is a medium-sized dog. She's a beagle mix. She's just a mutt dog.
So that's in contrast to the dog that our Sarah actually has, which is a tiny little dog.
Yeah, my dog's 40 pounds, so it's about
My
this
dog's
height.
like 6.5.
Yeah.
Keaton.
Keaton, you're going to come up here with your brother, please.
Come on, you get to
That's
be
really
on.
Keaton.
Yeah,
Alright, Keaton.
What are your interests and hobbies? What are your interests and hobbies?
My interest, I do some volunteer work. I volunteer at Ronald McDonald House, and I also do craft work. I make cards, and I do scrapbooking.
Good job, Keaton.
What other helpful things do you do outside of the church?
Well, I do Ronald McDonald House, and I do a lot of exercise stuff. I play golf and I work out. I do kickboxing. And I ride my bicycle a lot.
Great. Are we at number 8? Is that what we're at? Okay, here's Anne with number 8.
Have you ever been a Sunday school teacher, and did you go to Sunday school?
I have never been a Sunday school teacher, but I did go to Sunday school when I was a kid, always. My mother was a Sunday school teacher, so we were always at Sunday school.
Number 9.
How did you know you wanted to be a part of this church?
Well, when I first came here, everybody was very, very nice, and I knew immediately that this was a good place for me to be.
Great. And our last question, which stumps something.
Yes, Sarah! Who's the girl?
Why do you think it's important to do things for your church?
Because I think we help each other, and I think we become a family, like we pray for each other, and it's a nice feeling to know that everybody here cares about you, and you can care about everybody.
I care about you too.
Okay, so now my quiz back to all of you. Who is this person, Devin? It's just really picking on you. Who can tell me who this is? Megan?
Lori Payne-Mullett.
This is Lori, so when you see her next week in church, you will know. And what will you remember about what you learned from Lori today? Hannah?
She lives with a dog.
She lives with a dog, whose name is? Sarah. And that's Sarah sitting next to you, a different Sarah sitting next to you. And
Her name was Sarah when I got here.
that's like our dog too. Our dog's name was Maggie, and we know a woman named Maggie, and I had to be like, I'm really sorry. David's gonna be so confused. What else did you learn about what she does for the church?
She helps with trustees.
She helps with trustees.
She does the chili dinners.
Devin?
Outside.
Oh, okay. What'd she do outside of church?
She works out.
She works out and kickboxes, so don't run across her in a dark alley. Right? And the other thing at church is the Imagine No Malaria project, which is a Methodist project in lots of Methodist churches. What's malaria?
The disease from mosquitoes.
Yes. So we don't really get it in the United States, but in other countries it's a really, really big problem. So one of the things that we do is that project buys nets.
Yes.
Because when you sleep in those countries, if you put a net over your bed that the mosquitoes can't get in, then you'll be safe from malaria. Well, thank you very much for being